I've been preserving tomatoes this way for 10 years. The sauce is so delicious that everyone who tries it loves it. Hello, nice to see you again on Great Tips. Did you know? If not stored properly, tomatoes will quickly become moldy, rot, and lose all flavor in just a few days. What a waste! But don't worry. Today, I'm going to reveal to you a super simple yet surprisingly effective method to keep your tomatoes fresh and delicious all year long. After more than 10 years of trying every method, I finally found a simple preservation secret that does not require additives or fancy tools, but still retains the crunchy sweetness and rich aroma of tomatoes. With just a few familiar ingredients and a little care, you will have perfect jars of tomatoes ready for any dish all year round. Let's get started. I believe you will find it hard to resist after knowing this secret. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Method 1. Prepare 2 kilograms of tomatoes. Cut the tomatoes into 4 parts. One bunch of dill, 1 bunch of parsley, herbs of your choice. Use the whole stem, don't throw it away. Cut the vegetable into bite-sized pieces. Where are you from? It's great to know we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Thanks for your support. Place the vegetable on a plate. Next, take 400 to 450 grams of onion. Slice it into thin slices. Arrange the onions on a plate. Thinly slice the garlic. And place it in a small bowl. Now you have all the ingredients to prepare. Next, I prepare a clean and dry glass jar. I used a 1.5-liter jar. Place 1 part garlic clove at the bottom of the jar. Add a few whole black peppercorns. Add herbs. Add tomatoes. A layer of onions. Add another part garlic clove. Add herbs. Continue filling the jar with tomatoes. Another layer of onions. The final layer is onions and herbs. Boil drinking water. Pour the boiling water into the jars. Cover tightly. Let stand for 15 minutes to heat the ingredients inside. After 15 minutes, pour the liquid from the jars into a pot. Now boil that liquid to make the sauce. For 1.5-liter jars, 2 teaspoons salt, 18 grams, 2 teaspoons sugar, 1 tablespoon refined unscented cooking oil. Bring the sauce mixture to a boil. Pour 25 milliliters 9% vinegar into each jar. Pour the boiling sauce over the tomatoes. Screw the lids on tightly. Turn the jars upside down to check for tightness. Cover the jars with a large warm towel and let them cool completely. Can be stored at room temperature for up to 1 year. In addition to this method, I will reveal to you a few other popular tomato preservation tips, both simple and surprisingly effective. Method 2. Preserve fresh tomatoes by gluing the stems. If you buy a lot of fresh tomatoes and don't use them right away, try this method to extend their freshness without refrigeration. First, don't wash tomatoes after buying them because water will soften the skin and make them more susceptible to spoilage. Then, place each tomato in a basket or tray, stem side down. For fruits that have lost their stems, you can use a small piece of tape to cover the stem to keep it moist and prevent bacteria from entering. Note: only place one layer, do not overlap to avoid crushing. This way, tomatoes can stay fresh at room temperature for about 10 days. Method 3. Wrap in protective paper. A traditional but effective way to keep tomatoes fresh is to use newspaper or toilet paper. Simply wrap each tomato tightly with a layer of paper, which helps reduce exposure to air, retain natural moisture, and keep the fruit bright red. Then, place the wrapped tomatoes in a paper box. You can sprinkle some edible baking soda on the bottom of the box to absorb moisture. If there are multiple layers, insert a thin piece of cardboard between the layers to avoid them from overlapping. Finally, close the lid of the box and place in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight. Stored this way, tomatoes can stay fresh for about 1 month at room temperature. Method 4. Use a zip bag to store in the refrigerator. If you want to keep tomatoes longer while still retaining their flavor, try storing them in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag. First, prepare a bowl of clean water. Add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, or a few drops of lemon juice. Soak the tomatoes for about 5 minutes. Then rinse gently. And dry each one thoroughly with a paper towel, especially the bottom. Next, sort the tomatoes into 2 groups: firm, not fully ripe, and soft red ones. Place a piece of paper towel in the bottom of each zip-top bag, then place the tomatoes in each group. Squeeze out all the air from the bag before sealing. Finally, line the bottom of the refrigerator with a dry towel. Place the hard tomato bag at the bottom and the soft bag on top. This method will keep tomatoes fresh for more than a month. If necessary, you can repeat the process to extend the storage time. Method 5. Slice and freeze. First, choose fresh, plump tomatoes that are not bruised. Wash them and dry them gently with a paper towel. Wash the tomatoes thoroughly to remove dirt and bacteria from the skin. After washing with water, gently dry the tomatoes with a paper towel. Thin, even slices, just thick enough to keep them from breaking during freezing. Next, place each tomato slice on a tray lined with parchment paper. Make sure to space each slice slightly apart so they don't stick together when frozen. Place the tray in the freezer for about 2 to 3 hours until the tomatoes are completely frozen. Once the tomatoes are hard, take them out and put them in a Ziploc bag or airtight container. If you don't have a vacuum sealer, follow these steps. Place the sliced tomatoes in a Ziploc bag. Do not seal the bag immediately, but leave about 2 to 3 centimeters of space at the edge of the bag. Prepare a large, clean basin of water, then slowly submerge the tomato bag into the basin. Note: keep the mouth of the bag above the water. When the bag is almost deflated, quickly zip it up, then the air is almost completely removed. This method is very simple but effective. Finally, don't forget to write the packing date on the bag. And put them in the refrigerator to freeze. This way, sliced tomatoes can be used deliciously for 4 to 6 months. Very convenient to cook soup, make sauce, or stew with vegetables anytime you need. So we have just discovered extremely simple but very effective tips for preserving tomatoes. Which tip makes you wow the most? Leave a comment for everyone to refer to. If you also have your own secret to keeping tomatoes fresh for a long time, don't hesitate to share. Who knows, it might help more people save time and effort. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Great Tips channel so you don't miss out on small but powerful tips like this. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next video with more interesting things.